flipping through the newspapers, switching through multiple news channels, exploring different websites and online mediums for relevant news? Keeping up to date with important news is not only time-consuming but also requires meticulous upkeep of notes for thorough revision. With a limited period in hand and abundant resources to study from, do not let current affairs come in the way of your prelims success. Join the PT 365 program by Vision IAS and advance in your preparation for current affairs. Starting on 9th January at 5 p.m., this 20-day course offers comprehensive coverage of 1 year of current affairs in 60 hours. Join for improved knowledge with complete coverage of the Hindu, Indian Express, PIB, Economic Times, Yojana, Economic Survey, etc. Doubt-clearing sessions and mentoring for thorough knowledge. Access to Sandhan personalized test with 25,000 plus questions. Access to live and online classes for flexibility in timing. It's time to devote your energy to smart learning and not running. Enroll today and excel in UPSC prelims with a strong command of current affairs.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News Today. Without delay, let's have a look at the headlines first. New MSME classification criteria announced in Union Budget 2025-26. Ayushman Bharat PM Jan Arogya Yojana scheme to cover 1 crore gig workers according to Union Budget. Government announces key initiatives for agricultural productivity and resilience in Budget 2025-26. New Gyan Bharatam mission for manuscripts announced in the Union Budget. Jal Jeevan Mission extended till 2028 with enhanced budget outlay in Union Budget 2025-26. Finance Minister announced proposal to raise FDI limit in insurance sector from 74% to 100%. In a major move aimed at strengthening the MSME sector, the government has revised the classification criteria for micro, small and medium enterprises. So, what is changing? Let's take a look. The investment and turnover limits for MSMEs have been enhanced to 2.5 times and 2 times respectively. This is expected to boost efficiencies of scale, encourage technological upgradation and provide better access to capital. The revised classification now places micro enterprises with an investment limit increased from 1 crore rupees to 2.5 crore rupees, while the turnover limit has gone up from 5 crore rupees to 10 crore rupees. Small enterprises now have an investment limit raised from 10 crore rupees to 25 crore rupees, with turnover moving from 50 crore rupees to 100 crore rupees. Medium enterprises now see their investment limit at 125 crore rupees up from 50 crore rupees, while their turnover limit has doubled from 250 crore rupees to 500 crore rupees. But that's not all. The government has also announced several key initiatives for MSMEs in this budget. The credit guarantee cover for micro and small enterprises have been enhanced from 5 crore rupees to 10 crore rupees, ensuring greater financial security. Additionally, 10 lakh customized credit cards, each with a limit of 5 lakh rupees, will be introduced for micro enterprises registered on the Udyam portal. To boost global trade, an export promotion mission will help MSMEs access export credit more easily and navigate non-tariff barriers in international markets. Furthermore, a 10,000 crore rupees fund of funds will be set up to support startups. Now, why is all this important? Well, MSMEs are the backbone of the Indian economy. India has over 1 crore registered MSMEs employing nearly 7.5 crore people. They contribute to 36% of the country's total manufacturing output and play a crucial role in exports, accounting for 45% of India's total exports. However, despite their significance, MSMEs continue to face several challenges. Informal micro-enterprises often lack PAN or GST, which restricts access to government benefits. Limited access to finance makes it difficult for many MSMEs to obtain the necessary funds for operations. Regulatory issues, including complex compliance and licensing requirements, create additional hurdles. Infrastructural bottlenecks further hinder business activities due to poor infrastructure, while a lack of technology integration prevents many MSMEs from fully adopting modern technology, affecting their competitiveness. With these changes, the government aims to empower MSMEs, enabling them to scale up, innovate, and compete more effectively, both in domestic and international markets.
Moving on, in a significant move towards expanding healthcare coverage, the Union Budget 2025-26 has announced that 1 crore gig workers will now be covered under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana or PMJAY. This expansion aims to provide essential healthcare benefits to workers engaged in the gig economy, ensuring better access to medical services and financial security. Under PMJAY, beneficiaries receive a health insurance cover of 5 lakh rupees per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization across public and private empaneled hospitals across India. In addition to these benefits, the government will also issue identity cards to gig workers and streamline their registration on the eShram portal, further enhancing their access to social security schemes. But who exactly are gig workers? According to the Code on Social Security 2020, a gig worker is a person who performs work or participates in work arrangements and earns from such activities outside of the traditional employer-employee relationship. A Niti Aayog report estimates that 7.7 million workers were engaged in the gig economy in 2020-21, a number expected to rise to 2.35 crore by 2029-30. However, gig workers face several challenges. Accessibility remains a key concern as the gig economy is largely urban-centric, limited by access to the internet and digital technology. Job and income security are also major issues as gig workers are typically paid per task and classified as independent contractors, depriving them of key labor rights such as minimum wages and regulated working hours. Additionally, the lack of social protection, including health insurance and provident funds, adds to their financial instability. Further, workers face stress due to pressures resulting from algorithmic management practices and performance evaluation on the basis of ratings. To address these challenges, the government has already introduced several initiatives. The Code on Social Security 2020 aims to provide gig workers with life and disability cover, accident insurance, and other benefits. The eShram portal helps create a national database of unorganized workers or NDUW, enhancing employability and provide them with social security scheme benefits. Some states have also taken independent steps, such as the Rajasthan Platform-Based Gig Workers Registration and Welfare Act 2023, which ensures social security and other protections for gig workers. Similarly, Karnataka's Gig Workers Social Security and Welfare Bill 2024 proposes establishing a gig workers' welfare board and imposing a welfare fee to fund their benefits. With this historic move under PMJAY, the government is taking a significant step towards integrating gig workers into India's social security framework, providing them with much-needed healthcare protection and financial stability.
The government has announced key initiatives aimed at strengthening agricultural productivity and resilience. Let's take a closer look at the major proposals shaping the future of Indian agriculture. First up, the Prime Minister Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana, a scheme inspired by the Aspirational Districts program and set to be launched in partnership with states. This initiative will focus on 100 districts that currently show low productivity, moderate crop intensity, and below average credit access. The expected impact? A massive 1.7 crore farmers across the country stand to benefit. The scheme's key focus areas include enhancing agricultural productivity, promoting crop diversification and sustainable practices, expanding post-harvest storage at panchayat and block levels, improving irrigation facilities, and facilitating both long-term and short-term credit access. Moving on, the Building Rural Prosperity and Resilience program has been introduced to tackle underemployment in agriculture. Designed in collaboration with states, this initiative will focus on skilling, investment, and technology to invigorate the rural economy. Key priorities under this program include modernizing agriculture through better productivity and warehousing. The primary beneficiaries? Well, rural women, young farmers, marginal and small farmers, as well as landless families. Implementation will be backed by global and domestic best practices, along with technical and financial assistance from multilateral development banks. In its first phase, the program will cover 100 developing agri-districts. Now, let's talk about improving rural credit access. The government has proposed a Grameen Credit Score Framework, an initiative where public sector banks will develop a structured framework to better serve the credit needs of self-help group members and people in rural areas. Beyond these structural reforms, the budget also brings significant focus on key agricultural produce. The mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses has been launched in a 6-year mission with a special focus on tur, urad and masoor. The government aims to boost climate-resilient seed development, enhance protein content in pulses, and improve post-harvest storage and management. A critical measure under this mission is that central agencies like NAFED and NCCF will procure these 3 pulses in unlimited quantities from registered farmers for the next 4 years. And finally, a comprehensive program for vegetables and fruits has been introduced to enhance production, supply efficiency, processing, and farmer incomes. This initiative will be implemented in collaboration with states, with a structured institutional mechanism ensuring the active participation of farmer producer organizations or FPOs and cooperatives. These key initiatives mark a significant push towards self-reliance, efficiency, and resilience in Indian agriculture. With focused support for farmers, better credit access, and a commitment to modernization, the government is setting the stage for a stronger agricultural sector.
Moving ahead, in a major push towards preserving India's manuscript heritage, the Union Budget 2025 to 2026 has introduced the Gyan Bharatam Mission, a nationwide initiative aimed at safeguarding ancient manuscripts found across the country. Let's delve into it. The mission seeks to survey, document, and conserve over 1 crore manuscripts lying with academic institutions, museums, libraries, etc., many of which hold immense historical, scientific, and cultural significance. By unveiling India's ancient knowledge to the world and ensuring round-the-clock accessibility, this initiative aims to bridge the past with the present. To support this ambitious project, the government has significantly increased the budget allocation for the National Manuscripts Mission or NMM from 3.5 crore rupees to 60 crore rupees, marking a crucial step towards the preservation of India's literary heritage. So what exactly are manuscripts? A manuscript is a handwritten composition on materials like paper, bark, or palm leaves, dating back at least 75 years and carrying notable scientific, historical, or aesthetic value. One such example is the Bakshali manuscript, an ancient Indian mathematical text written on birch bark from the 3rd or 4th century AD, considered to be the earliest recorded example of the use of zero. Lithographs are drawing on a stone and then transferring that image to paper. And also, printed volumes are not manuscripts. Themes in manuscripts can include history, religion, literature, astrology, and agricultural practices. India is home to an estimated 10 million manuscripts written in 80 ancient scripts, include Brahmi, Kushan, Gaudi, Lepcha, and Maithili. Notably, 75% of these are in Sanskrit, while the remaining 25% are in regional languages. Apart from the newly announced Gyan Bharatam mission, India has already undertaken significant initiatives for manuscript conservation. The National Manuscripts Mission or NMM was launched in 2003 under the Ministry of Tourism and Culture to locate and preserve rare texts. Institutions like the National Library of India in Kolkata, which houses around 3,600 rare and historically important manuscripts, and the Asiatic Society of Bengal, founded on January 15, 1784 by Sir William Jones, continue to digitize and protect these invaluable works. With the introduction of the Gyan Bharatam mission, India is taking a crucial step toward reviving, preserving, and celebrating its manuscript heritage, ensuring that the knowledge of the past remains accessible for generations to come.
Now let's move on to one of the key announcements of the Union Budget 2025-26, the extension of the Jal Jeevan Mission or JJM till 2028 with an enhanced budget outlay. Launched in 2019, the Jal Jeevan Mission was designed to provide functional household tap connections or FHTC, ensuring 55 litres per capita per day of drinking water for all rural households by 2024. The mission places strong emphasis on village-level planning and community participation, making local involvement a priority. Additionally, at least 50% of the members of the Village Water and Sanitation Committee or Pani Samiti must be women, reinforcing inclusivity in decision-making. To understand the foundation of this mission, let's look at its background. The National Rural Drinking Water Program was restructured and merged into the JJM, making it more focused and result-oriented. The mission is spearheaded by the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. It is a centrally sponsored scheme with a specific funding pattern: 90:10 for Himalayan and northeastern states, 100% for union territories, and 50:50 for other states between the center and the states. Now let's talk about the impact of JJM so far. Since its launch, over 12 crore families have gained access to piped drinking water, a significant rise from just 3.23 crore households in 2019 as per the Economic Survey 2024-25. Several states have successfully achieved 100% coverage, including Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Punjab, Telangana, and Mizoram. Among union territories, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, and Puducherry have also reached full coverage. In addition to providing tap water supply, JJM incorporates several key components. The mission ensures tap water connections to 19.25 crore rural households by 2024, making universal access to clean drinking water a priority. It also focuses on water quality, aiming to reduce waterborne diseases. Source sustainability is another crucial aspect, promoting groundwater recharge and water conservation. Grey water management emphasizes the reuse and recycling of wastewater to sustain water sources. Furthermore, the mission follows a bottom-up planning approach, ensuring community engagement in all stages, from planning to implementation and maintenance. Women empowerment remains a core principle, with active participation of women in decision-making, implementation, and monitoring and operations. Skill development and employment generation are also integrated, enabling local communities to build and maintain water supply infrastructure. Lastly, JJM prioritizes the future generation, ensuring tap water access to schools, tribal hostels, and Anganwadi centers. With the extension of Jal Jeevan Mission till 2028, the government aims to build on these achievements, ensuring safe drinking water reaches every rural household in the country.
Moving on, in a significant move aimed at boosting foreign investment in India's insurance sector, the Finance Minister has proposed raising the Foreign Direct Investment or FDI limit from 74% to 100%. However, this enhanced limit will only be available to companies that reinvest the entire premium within India. To implement this change, the government will need to amend key legislations, including the Insurance Act of 1938, the Life Insurance Corporation Act of 1956, and the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act of 1999. The move is significant as it's expected to bring multiple benefits, including higher investment leading to more foreign capital for growth and expansion, enhanced competition leading to better products, improved services and competitive pricing, greater technological advancements including adoption of advanced tech and innovative products, and improved penetration. More people brought under insurance coverage and help achieve the target of insurance for all by 2047. Now, let's look at the status of India's insurance sector according to the Economic Survey 2024-25. India's total insurance premium witnessed a 7.7% growth in FY24, reaching 11.2 lakh crore rupees. However, insurance penetration saw a decline from 4% in FY23 to 3.7% in FY24, while insurance density increased from $92 to $95 in financial year 24. Insurance penetration is measured as percentage of insurance premium to GDP, whereas insurance density is calculated as ratio of premium to population per capita premium. Despite these advancements, the sector continues to face challenges. Notably, 20 of the world's top 25 insurance firms are yet to establish a presence in India. Economic constraints like affordability issues restrict insurance adoption, and a cultural preference for traditional financial practices further hinder widespread adoption of insurance. Measures have been taken for development of insurance sector. The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, or IRDAI, plays a crucial role in ensuring the sector's orderly growth, while the Insurance Ombudsman Rules 2017 aims to facilitate resolution of complaints regarding deficiencies in insurance services in a timely, cost-effective and impartial manner. With the proposed 100% FDI, the Indian insurance sector is poised for transformation, promising enhanced accessibility, affordability and efficiency in the coming years. In today's Place in News, we turn our attention to Japan with its capital Tokyo. The country's space agency has successfully launched the navigation satellite Michibiki 6 using its new H3 rocket. This marks a significant achievement in Japan's regional navigation system known as the Quasi-Zenith Satellite System, or QZSS. With Michibiki 6, Japan now has 5 operational satellites under the QZSS or Quasi-Zenith Satellite System, enhancing its independent navigation capabilities. Now, let's take a closer look at the political and geographical features. Japan is an island nation with no land borders. Japan consists of 4 main islands from north to south. These are Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku and Kyushu. It is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean to the east, the Sea of Okhotsk to the north, the Sea of Japan or East Sea to the west, and the East China Sea to the southwest. Japan's geographical diversity is fascinating. Its climate ranges from subarctic in the north to humid subtropical in the south. The country is also home to Mount Fuji, an iconic stratovolcano and Japan's highest peak at 3,776 meters. Major rivers include the Shinano River, the longest in Japan, followed by the Tone and Kiso rivers. However, Japan also experiences frequent seismic activity due to its location along the Pacific Ring of Fire.
As we conclude today's main news, let's have a look at some quick updates. Vessel and container traffic increased via Chabahar Port and the International North-South Transport Corridor, or INSTC, in FY24, as per the Economic Survey 2024-25. The INSTC is a 7,200 kilometers multimodal transportation route linking the Indian Ocean and the Persian Gulf to the Caspian Sea via Iran and onward to northern Europe via St. Petersburg in Russia. DRDO has successfully conducted 3 successive flight trials of the Very Short Range Air Defence System from Chandipur off the coast of Odisha. The Very Short Range Air Defence System is a man-portable air defence system developed indigenously by Research Centre Imarat in Hyderabad in collaboration with other DRDO laboratories. The Samudrayan project, part of the Deep Ocean Mission, has been allocated 600 crore rupees in the Union Budget for 2025-26. The project, overseen by the Ministry of Earth Sciences, aims to develop a self-propelled manned submersible that will be capable of carrying 3 human beings to a depth of 6,000 meters underwater. The NGT has sought a response from the Centre regarding 2 invasive fish species being used as biological agents for controlling mosquitoes. Both species are classified as least concern. They are capable of tolerating brackish water, high salinities, and varying temperatures. The Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO has signed a Memorandum of Understanding to establish the Ocean Coordination Mechanism, or OCM, for the wider Caribbean region. The aim of the OCM is to secure a sustainable future for the marine ecosystems of the wider Caribbean region. The Finance Minister has introduced the Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme in the Union Budget 2025-26. The aim of the Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme is to provide digital versions of Indian language books for schools and higher education, helping students understand their subjects better. The Union Budget for 2025-26 announced the setting up of the second National Gene Bank, which will comprise 1 million germplasm lines for future food and nutritional security. A gene bank is a repository of genetic materials such as seeds, pollen, or tissue samples designed to protect them from potential extinction. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Learning. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this episode of News Today engaging. For the solutions to the quiz and to access the PDF version of News Today, remember to visit the provided links in the description below.